Hey, quick heads up before we dive in. If you want more breakdowns like this and want to help the channel hit its next milestone, please subscribe. We're chasing 5,000 subscribers and every click matters. All right, you ready? Let's go. Monday night in Jacksonville isn't just another game on the schedule. It's a measuring stick. The Jaguars are 3-1 and suddenly look like a team that can hang with the best. Their defense has been the headline, constant takeaways, aggressive punch-outs, and a run. Game that's averaging real yards per carry. For the Chiefs, that's a problem you can't paper over. You and I both know Patrick Mahomes can make magic happen, but this matchup is less about feats of magic and more about fundamentals: ball security, timing, and attacking the right spots. Here's the real stake. If the Chiefs flip a sloppy performance into a clean, controlled win, it settles nerves and keeps the team rolling. Lose this one, and the chatter gets louder. Slow starts, defensive holes, field goal concerns with Butker, and suddenly, every little issue balloons. The Jaguars, on the other hand, treat this as prime-time validation. Beat Kansas City at home, and that 3-1 record becomes legitimacy. So there's pride, momentum, and narrative weight wrapped into this single game. What should you expect watching as a fan? First, turnovers will decide the flow. The Jags have forced more takeaways than almost anyone early in the year, but we also know those rates aren't always sustainable. Still, they can punch the ball out, and they've had guys all over the field stealing opportunities. For you, that means two priorities for the Chiefs: protect the rock and keep the offense balanced. Don't let pressure or sloppy play hand momentum to Jacksonville. Second, weather and the crowd. There's talk of thunderstorms. That can compress the passing game and amplify the run. If it rains, short passing and ball security move up the playbook in importance. The Jags get a home crowd. Lift. Noise in Jacksonville on Monday night is a real factor. So a quick early scoring drive from Kansas City would flip that advantage. You want the Chiefs to come out aggressive and precise in those first two possessions. Finally, small details matter. Conversion on third downs, limiting explosive runs by ETN, and special teams execution from Butker. If you see the Chiefs win the turnover battle and start fast, you can breathe easier. If not, this becomes a grind and a test of whether Mahomes can overcome an opportunistic defense. If you think the Chiefs win tonight, drop yes in the comments. If not, drop no. Also tell me one thing you want the offense to do early. Attack the middle with Kelsey, take deep shots, run early, or protect the ball. Hit that like button if you're hyped for Monday night, and if you haven't already, subscribe. We're pushing to 5,000 subs, and this channel is built on fans like you. Now let's get into the matchup that's going to decide this thing. The Jaguars defense versus the Chiefs offense. The Jags are generating turnovers at a clip that's grabbed headlines. Multiple takeaways a game early in the season. That's not luck you can ignore. They're not just intercepting passes. They're punching the ball out, stripping it at the line, and creating chaos. When a defense does that, it forces the opposing offense to play chess instead of checkers. For you as a Chiefs fan, that means two simple priorities: protect the football and attack the right seams. Patrick Mahomes has been excellent at protecting the ball for most of the year, but we've seen him make one or two costly mistakes. Remember that interception that bounced off Kelsey's hands and turned into a big swing against the Eagles? Those moments become amplified against a team like Jacksonville. If you hand them free possessions, this game gets away fast. So Mahomes needs to live in rhythm. Quick reads, ball security, and decisive throws. Don't force throws into traffic. Take the yards the defense gives you. How does Kansas City attack a defense that's so opportunistic? First, use tight ends and short to intermediate passing to erase the pocket pressure. Kelsey is not just a security blanket, he's a matchup weapon in the middle of the field where the Jags love to swarm. Work inside out. Play action off a few early runs, even limited ones, opens up the middle and gets Kelsey one-on-one or in soft zones where he can create after the catch. If Mahomes can hit those quicker windows, You reduce sack pressure and limit those strip play opportunities. The Jaguars aren't just opportunistic in the secondary. Their front is physical, and their run game, third ranked through the first weeks, means they can control tempo. If Jacksonville can win time of possession with ETN and chunk runs, Mahomes gets fewer reps and the Chiefs' offense gets rushed. That's why early aggression matters for Kansas City. If they can start with a couple efficient drives, flip field position, and not get sloppy, the Jags' turnover engine matters less. On the flip side, the Chiefs must be alert to specific pressure windows from Josh Hines-Allen and Devin Lloyd. Those linebackers have been disruptive. If they're getting free, Mahomes will have to get the ball out quicker. Offensive line play is critical here. Win your one-on-one blocks, pick up stunt looks, and give Mahomes clear lanes to throw. Special teams and short yardage situations also matter. Harrison Butker's accuracy has been an issue early. Missed kicks give the Jags momentum and shorter fields. You want the offense to avoid fourth down and long gambles that bite you. Play smart in those gray areas. If you like breakdowns like this, hit subscribe. We're pushing to 5,000 subscribers, and every new fan helps the channel grow. While you're here, drop in the comments the one Chiefs offensive play you trust the most. Is it Kelce seam, a Mahomes deep shot, an RPO to the flats, or something else? Vote in the comments. Who will have the bigger impact tonight, Kelce or Mahomes? To summarize the matchup, if the Chiefs protect the ball, get Kelce involved early, and keep the pace high, they'll blunt Jacksonville's takeaway edge. If the Jags force turnovers and control the line of scrimmage, this becomes a grind that favors Jacksonville. It's that simple, and that decisive. Now that we've covered the big picture battle, let's get into the real heart of this game, the individual matchups that could make or break it for Kansas City. Because at the end of the day, no matter what the stats or odds say, it always comes down to players winning their one-on-ones. First up, Travis Kelce. This is the chess match. Devin Lloyd has quietly been one of Jacksonville's most improved defenders. Faster recognition, better coverage angles, and way more confident when closing in space. But here's the thing. No linebacker can consistently cover Kelce for 4 quarters. The key is how the Chiefs scheme him. Open. You'll see Andy Reid move Kelce pre-snap, shift him out wide, motion him across formations, anything to read the defense and find soft spots. If the Jaguars try to bracket him, that opens up Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy for easy intermediate routes. Then there's Josh Allen versus Jawan Taylor. And yeah, this one's huge. Taylor's penalties and inconsistent footwork have been an issue. Allen, meanwhile, has been a monster, bringing pressure and pushing the pocket. If Taylor loses early, Mahomes might not even get time to go deep. Expect the Chiefs to use extra help, chip blocks, quick passes, and maybe even play-action boots to slow Allen down. Another big one, Chris Jones versus the Jaguars' interior line. If Jones wins his matchup and collapses the pocket on Trevor Lawrence, the whole Jaguars' offense shifts off rhythm. Jones doesn't just sack quarterbacks, he destroys timing. Lawrence's deep ball only works if he gets clean pockets. If Jones eats inside, Lawrence starts, forcing checkdowns. And speaking of Trevor Lawrence, his connection with Christian Kirk and Calvin Ridley will test the Chiefs' secondary big time. Trent McDuffie's physical style is perfect against route technicians like Kirk, but if Jacksonville starts moving Ridley into motion and stacking routes, that'll test communication between McDuffie and the rest of the secondary. One blown coverage, one late rotation, that's all it takes. Special mention, rookie wideout Xavier Worthy. If the Chiefs can get him the ball in space, he's the spark plug that changes everything. One screen, one deep shot, one jet sweep, and suddenly Jacksonville's defense has to back off. That's how you flip momentum. This game has matchups everywhere you look. The team that wins the trenches and hits on 2 or 3 explosive plays will likely walk out with the W. Which matchup worries you most, Taylor versus Josh Allen or McDuffie versus Ridley? Drop it in the comments right now and let's see where the Kingdom A stands. We've talked stats and matchups, but now it's time for the part that always decides close NFL games, the X factors. These are the things that don't show up on the stat sheet until it's too late. Momentum swings, coaching adjustments, and unexpected performances that flip the script. First X factor, Andy Reid versus Doug Peterson, two of the best offensive minds in football. Peterson learned under Reid, and now they're playing chess against each other. Reid knows Peterson's tendencies, his aggressiveness on fourth down, his scripted early plays. But Peterson also knows Reid's habits and can counter. Whichever coach makes the first great in-game adjustment could set the tone. Next, the Chiefs' rookie class. We've seen flashes from Josh Simmons and Xavier Worthy, but this is the kind of game where young players either make a name for themselves or show they're not quite ready for the spotlight. Simmons protecting Mahomes' blind side, Worthy stretching the field, and even Shamari, Connor playing disciplined in the secondary, any of those rookies stepping up big would swing momentum. Turnovers? We can't overstate this. The Jaguars have been +6 in turnover differential early in the year. The Chiefs need to be clean. If Kansas City loses that battle on the road, the odds nosedive. But if Mahomes and company protect the ball while forcing one or two takeaways, think a forced fumble or an interception by the defense, then the game leans red and gold. Special teams are sneaky but crucial. A muffed punt or a missed field goal flips field position instantly. Jacksonville has been aggressive on punt rush. Tommy Townsend's hang time and Butker's accuracy could decide short fields. In close games, special teams are a swing factor. Finally, crowd energy and composure. The Chiefs are used to Arrowhead's roar. On the road, communication can break down and pre-snap penalties pile up. Staying calm and efficient, that's how Mahomes keeps the offense in rhythm. So when we say X factors, think moments. A clutch third down, a surprise gadget play, a rookie making the play of his life. Those are the things that define this matchup. Comment below which X factor you think will matter most, coaching, turnovers, or the rookies. All right, here's the finish line. You've seen the matchups, the X factors, and the keys to winning. Now let's tie it together with a clear game plan and a realistic prediction so you know exactly what to watch for on Monday night. Game plan. In plain terms, for the Chiefs, start hot. Get a couple of efficient drives in the first two possessions to flip field position and silence the Jacksonville crowd. Early points change the whole vibe. Use Kelce early and often. Hit the middle of the field with quick chains, seams, short-in routes, and play-action targets. That reduces pressure on Mahomes and forces the Jags to respect the middle. Protect the ball. No free turnovers, quick reads, decisive throws, and zero hero throws into heavy traffic. If you keep the turnover margin even or positive, you win. Get creative with the run game. Even modest rushing success, 2 or 3 sustained drives, forces Jacksonville to respect it and opens up play action for big gains. Special teams discipline. Make the kicks and secure the punt returns. A short field or a missed Butker kick swings momentum big on the road. Defensive focus. Force Trevor Lawrence off rhythm. Win the line of scrimmage, rush intelligently, and limit explosive plays. If the Chiefs can cause 1 or 2 turnovers, that might be enough. Final score prediction. Chiefs 27, Jaguars 24. I'll put my confidence at medium. This one's a toss-up because Jacksonville's opportunistic defense can flip the script in an instant. But if Kansas City executes the priorities above, the Chiefs have the offense and coaching to grind out a close win. What to watch live? First 2 drives for Kansas City. If they look efficient, breathe easier. Kelce's targets in the middle of the field, they'll tell you if the Chiefs are controlling the game plan. Any forced fumbles or interceptions in the first half, those will determine momentum. Butker's leg and kickoff punt coverage, special teams may decide field position late. Fan challenge, Drop your final score prediction in the comments right now. I'll pin the best correct prediction after the game on the next upload. Also, type 5K in the comments if you just subscribed. We're pushing to 5,000 subscribers, and that pinned comment will remind everyone we're building this community. Don't forget to hit like if this breakdown helped. Every like nudges the channel toward new fans.